Hello and a happy new year, Shana Tova to everyone. It's such a beautiful time in this month of Libra that we are connected. At least we are doing all our effort, right, in our spiritual work to connect to our essence as much as possible and therefore to connect to the Creator. I'm so privileged and really appreciated of this opportunity to share with you about the 72 name of this particular month of Libra. So again, thank you for joining me for our weekly session of our 72 name of God. And this week in particular, as we just finished the connections to Rosh Hashanah, we're in the midst of what we call ח.ע.ם tshuva, the 10 days of tshuva between Rosh Hashanah, the New Year, to Yom Kippur, which is going to take place tomorrow evening, Tuesday night, Wednesday. And what are the 72 names that correspond with this week? Well, we have ח.ע.ם and we have ר.ה.ע, as you can see on the screen. These two combinations, as are known in the translation and definition of it in the 72 name book, or the application as you wish, is one is circuitry. ח.ע.ם is awakening circuitry, and we'll talk about this. And then ר.ה.ע, which is connecting us to the diamond in the rough, or the connection to the diamond within. It's all beautiful because one combination that we haven't spoken about, because it was at the first day of the year, which is at the day of Rosh Hashanah, it started with Aleph Nun Yud, which is the connection to I. What is I? And how it's all connected with this combination and the rest of this month. Well, before we start, I would like to read a section from the Zohar that will support us in the class today, okay? פתח ואמר, ויאמר לי עבדי אתה וגומר, אחא בצלותה דביה ברנש, לצלעה כמאה דקודשה בריחו, דהי פולחנה חדה, רבה ויקרה, מינון פולחנין דמאירה, תחה זה, אית פולחנה דקודשה בריחו, דקיימה בעובדה, דהיו פולחנה דקיימה בעובדה דגופה, ויהיו פולחנה. ואית פולחנה דקודשה בריחו, דהיו פולחנה פנימה יתיר, דהיו עיקרה דחולה. קיימה באו פולחנה פנימה, דהיו עיקרה דחולה. So basically, just wanted to remind ourselves, like, the connection with the power of the 72 names. Each of the combination represent an energy, an attribute, a characteristic of the light of the Creator that we wish to awaken within each one of us. Of course, there's a connection of one combination per person, which mean our personal 72 names. But here, we're getting the assistance of this week from this particular two combinations that you see on the screen, ח.ע.ם and ר.ה.ע, which help us to really awaken the connection more with the light of the Creator, therefore the connection with ourselves, because this is basically the understanding and what we try for in this month. This month, as is the head of the whole year, is really awakening within us, or allowing us to plant in the seed to find out more about ourselves, to connect more to our greatness, the way the light of the Creator sees us, that in times during the year we have lost a little bit the connection, or the viewing, or seeing who we really, or who we truly are, because of the various challenges, the high and lows that we had in the last year that we just finished. So we are right now creating our basic foundation, or our ground where we're going to walk on, and the pathway, as Michael shared in the last Shabbat connection, the new creation that has been created for each one of us to walk on this path, on this new platform, for a new me, a new connection to I, in relevance to the connection and the relationship we have there with the Creator. So we have an opportunity to remove the different shells that have been covering our eyes in the last year and previous year, to see ourselves in a new view, in a new way, for each one of us. And this is basically what is the assistance that we are receiving from the 72 names, with the connection of Yom Kippur that is coming up. This whole week is so powerful, so magical. You know, and as we stand in the beginning of this brand new year, and lots of opportunities are coming our way, will come our way, and the potential for really positive change coming towards us, came to us. And it's really, many of us are in a threshold, if we can say, in opening a door for us to make resolutions to improve our lives. And as we're making those resolutions, and deeper questions are coming from within, and we tend to ask ourselves certain questions at this time of this year, right? Who am I? What is the energy I'm bringing to a situation? How do I choose to share myself? Right? Like, and so many other questions. And we concentrate our efforts on ourselves alone. And in doing so, we sometimes lose the sight of the purpose and the effect of being who we are. Being who we are means, as Karen once said, being who we are means living in alignment with our capacity to share with the love to others. I'm going to repeat that. Being who we are means living in alignment with our capacity to share with and love others. But instead we often judge others, and judgment is the thing, unfortunately, that separates us, and that Cosmos now encourages us to gather our information, lay our plans, and begin our connection and taking the next step to our spiritual journey. So this week, starting last week, but especially in this week, our eyes are being sharpened, like they are sharpened as we think, like a flight to reach the greatness of our spiritual targets and the Creator Himself. The universe is assisting us with a needed boost of energy to help continue our spiritual work and the achievement of our goals. We all written our goals for this year. We still can write them. We're in the realm of this 22 days of the holidays. And we can fly as high as we draw down a tremendous light that really shining above us and help us to elevate ourselves to a new level in our individual journey. So we have these two combinations that really here to help us in, we may be looking for true love. We may be seeking to find more purpose in our career. We may be longing for more peace, right? Whatever our individual karma and life purpose may be, our universal goal is that we all share is the union with the Creator. The basis of our spiritual work has always been to join forces together with the energy and removing apathic, right, from our hearts, to really remove this klipa from our hearts, and any space between one of us, each one of us, and our fellow men and the space that we've created between us to the Creator. We desire to touch down in our promised land of fulfillment, blessings, and authentic joy. This week, with the power of the 72 name, this week we can finally see the goal in the distance. We feel the wind at our backs, providing us with the needed energy to reach our destination. This week, I invite all of us in our meditation to really prepare our own sacrifice. We are embarking a new year, and now is the time to release any baggage that no longer serves us. So I want to share with you a workshop or consciousness of workshop that Karen Berg shared with all of us in the past. And I invite you to take a piece of paper and to write down, as we approach in Yom Kippur, it's like the 10th day of Libra. We can use and draw this light of energy to help us. So take a piece of paper and write down all the things that in your characteristics that you're familiar with, that you know, that make you really feel uncomfortable with yourself. Make you feel bad with yourself, if I can say that. Like things that in your characteristic that stops you for connecting to your limitless potential, that's stopping you from moving forward in life. So each one of us really, if we'll be honest with ourselves, we are aware of what really blocking us from moving forward, right? So take a piece of paper, write it all down as much as possible, as your heart, as you allow yourself to be vulnerable enough to write down in your journal. Then you take that piece of paper, put it in an envelope, and just burn it. Simply as that. You take this envelope, you burn it, or you tear the paper into small pieces and throw it to the garbage. If you burn it, by the way, just make it in a safe place, right? Put it in a safe place. And the next morning, you don't look back. You don't look back on your past. You move forward. You walk in the pathway, in this new platform, a new creation that has been created for each one of us. And you tell yourself the following words. I'm not ashamed of who I am. The Creator created me together with the light that I have within me, so I'll be able to share it with the rest of the world. Maybe the level of the light that I have inside is not really known to me, but I know that it's become greater and greater because I am committed to my spiritual journey, because I am committed to my spiritual work. Okay? Please, let's do that as you view and you take the 72 names that again you see on the screen and get the help from them to do this work. There is a story about Rabbi Israel from Samland. It says about this Kabbalist that he was walking in a really late night, and as he was walking, he saw a small light of a candle that was lit from this window, from a shoemaker place, like a store, shoemaker's store, and everything is closed. It's very late night. He was walking. He see this candle that is the light of the candle emanate from that window of the shoemaker. So he walked slowly. He knocked on the door. He went inside, and he saw the shoemaker is so busy with his work, like fixing a shoe, like so busy with that. And this candle that was lit for the shoemaker to do the work, it was almost like slowly finishing the wax, and it's about to be turned off. And Rabbi Israel, that Kabbalist, asked the shoemaker, why you have to work so late and so hard? Why you have to work so hard in this time of the night? And the shoemaker answered, כל עוד האור דולק, אני יכול להמשיך, אני יכול לתקן עוד. As long as the light is still lighting my way, I can continue, I can still fix. I can still fix as long as the light is on. And from this story, it's a great lesson for each one of us to understand that as long as the light within our soul, within our being is still lit from within, we have all the ability to transform and to reconnect with the Creator, or elevate our connection with our Creator. To grow spiritually, we need to strive to have a consciousness of sharing. The beauty of a blessing is not of what we have, but what we are able to share with others. Because we understand that this is enriching our lives by caring and sharing, and we want to make sure that the world is a better place. And this is the ח.ע.ם, the circuitry that we all connect into. And in this week, we want to connect to us even more, because we are servant of the light of the Creator. This is how we bring the light within to take it outside. It says in the portion of the ח.ע.ם, there is a story about Moses, and God tells Moses that, you know, when he is counting the Israelites, he is to instruct each one of them to give half of a shekel. Half of a shekel is like half of a coin. And Moses is then instructed to use the money that he is collecting for the tent of meeting, like making it a memorial for the Israelites into the Lord, like to use the coins, the money he's collecting, to create the place where the Israelite can gather together to pray and to connect with the Creator. In doing so, God tells Moses that this half shekel is holy. And we don't always associate, right, money with holiness. Yet, here Moses is told from the Creator himself that the shekel, that coins, is needed and is holy. And when we use it as a vehicle towards a betterment of the people, of course it's holy. Of course, we are not talking here about the coin or paper, right? Or the dollars versus the shekel. What is being said here is that money is energy, an aspect of the light, and that we can direct its usage according to our free will. Each and every one of us is blessed with gifts. For some, yes, it is gift of wealth, but for others it might be the gift of wisdom, songs, leadership, right? Some are creative types with the ability to write great novels or compose exquisite poetry, sonnets, while others are brilliant mathematicians or genius innovators. In the same way that each one of us has a spark of the divine, so too are each of us specifically and divine gifts. And in that portion of ח.ע.ם, I gave it as an example because it's given us the ability this week to unlock the bounty of fulfillment, a secret formula by which we can make all things in our life, a circuitry, ח.ע.ם, and we can make all things in our life holy. This week we are being taught by ח.ע.ם is that the only thing that we must do, okay, the only thing that we must do to be fulfilled by blessing, the only things required to make it holy is to find a way of sharing our gift with others. Therefore, we create a circuitry, ח.ע.ם. And the true spiritual awakening occurs when we realize there is more to ourselves on the inside, ר.ה.ע.ם, are the diamond within, that there is more inside of us than the outside, okay? We begin to see the greatness again as we awaken love and care for one another. We hold inside the Creator, and yet it is always to be our choice, hopefully, or a free will, to activate our inner divine love. There is truly no limit to the heights that we can reach and we can achieve in this lifetime. So, another tip for this week, because this week is a wonderful time to find new ways of implementing or imparting your personal God-given gifts to the world. I encourage each one of us, the way Karen encouraged us in the past, to take that piece of paper that I share with you and to write all the things that really block in you, and to tear it and to throw it or burn it. And then I encourage you to take another piece of paper and to divide it into 2 columns. On the left side, make a list of all you're blessed with, all your gifts. And on the right side of the paper, think of one way you can share it with another person. Do we use our home simply as a roof over our head? Or do we open our home to others? Creating a warm and welcoming atmosphere which our friends can also enjoy this beautiful energy. Do we keep our talents to ourselves? Or do we find a way to really share our voice, our music maybe, in social media? Do we keep our spirituality for ourselves alone, or do we share this wisdom with those who we wish to learn? Do we keep our gifts closer, like a fist closer, and say, what's mine is mine, and mine alone? Or do we open our hands and feel a fraction of what it must be like to be the light by extending our benefits, our gifts to one another? If we can take the goodness that is ours and share with another human being, then it becomes holy. Isn't it beautiful? This really is so profound this week. And we get the support of the 72 names to awaken this shine of the light within, so we can feel the expression of what is light, or what is the higher source in our life, when we become, with our commitment to become the light, not just in our life, in everyone's life. I wish all of us a wonderful connection this week in Yom Kippur, and moving forward to the next holiday of Sukkot, that awakening and happiness in our life. True joy, Shana Tova, Shana Tova ח.ע.ם, בספר ח.ע.ם, as we say. If you have any questions, and if you have any comments, anything that you would like to share with me, you're welcome to join me and share it with rachel.madar@kabbalah.com via email or social media. Okay, have a wonderful time.